Rip. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Duh. Ugh.
What?
Oops.
Anyway. Oh no.
Is it capturing me?
Yeah, it was capturing you, but I just realized, cause you know what it is? It's because of the update. This crummy Windows 11 update. Alright, sorry about the technical difficulties. That was just for you, Dan. That was that special reading. The rest of you can read along. Sorry about that to the bot squad. Anyway, I'm back. I'm here now. Mom, summer's almost over. That's not the right. Okay. The protest was obvious. You could practically see school from the horizon. You certainly didn't want to spend your last bits of freedom cooking dinner. You could do that any other day. It was just funny because something told me to like go check the stream. I'm like, wait a second. Imagine us going through this entire stream and you could not hear me at all.
Rip.
Rip.
We have to keep playing before it's too late.
Yeah.
Before we die.
Before we Mom raised her brow, the corner of her mouth lifting before she pursed her lips. You make it sound like it's the end of the world.
Exactly.
It practically is. You nodded vigorously, thankful that you had your sister on your side. Surely your joint effort will wear your mom down.
Please!
Soon we'll have homework and reading to do. We can't do work now. We can't do work now too. Lizzie made her case and then stomped her foot into the ground. You mimicked her, feeling that would add something to the argument. Oh.
No.
Oh, come on, Pam. I can help you with dinner. Mommy leaned in for a hug, and you knew that you were very close to victory.
Okay.
Alright. But as soon as dinner's ready, you lot are coming inside, understood? Yes, Mom! Yes, Mom! Cove, dear, you're welcome to join us as well. You grinned at Cove and nudged his arm with your elbow. Cove gave a non-committal shrug to your mommy, which you took as an agreement. So much to do with so little time. Maybe I can still get the seashell bracelet. The seashell bracelet at Times and Trinkets, or maybe the playground? Or the fireflies would probably be coming out, right?
We can't go too far.
You can't go too far. I just like the, do I get to say any of this? I'm going home. Lizzie pouted as she pointed this out. Mom said to be back in time for dinner. It won't take that long.
I know!
Ethan! A strong gust of wind made you shiver. Lizzie huffed as she wrapped her arms around herself.
Rude.
Doesn't the wind know that summer's not over yet? No, but... So rude, so bullying. That's all Lizzie said before abruptly turning her on her heel and heading off in the direction your mother's had gone. Where are you going? I'm going to my room. I have lots to plan if I want to make up the most of tomorrow. You thought this over, looking off toward the water again. Lizzie didn't wait, before long she was disappearing off and down the road. Meanwhile, Cove was going in the opposite direction, heading for the beach. I cleaned my glasses. Okay.
Stay with Cove, obviously.
Obviously. Where the hell else are we gonna go? Cove gave you a smile that you couldn't help but return.
Cool.
Baby. He made a little gesture that you interpreted as follow me, and then started heading to the waves. Cove knelt down, picking up something you quickly identified as smooth rock. He reared his arm back, then tossed it out into the water.
Good toss. Pretty neat.
Good toss, good toss.
Look for my own rock.
Deciding to join Cove, you searched nearby for any rocks or shells that you could throw to. You found a shell that would suit your purposes, a smile growing as you tossed it as hard as you could. It landed with a wet-sounding thunk a few feet away and slipped down into the water. When you looked over at Cove, he didn't seem to notice that his throw had been more impressive. Cove was looking down at his cast, scratching idly at the pink surface even though you were pretty sure he couldn't feel it. His brows furrowed and there was a frown on his face.
It's not fair.
I've had to wear this cast for ages. I can't even swim.
Honey, it's only been like 3 months, I'm pretty sure. But, you know.
That's a long ass time.
I guess.
When do you get it off?
Clove shrugged and didn't say anything. For a second you thought maybe he didn't know, but finally he sighed.
A few weeks. That is a while away.
You hoped the upcoming weeks flew by for Cove. It was clear how badly he wanted it off. Cove let out a huff, plopping down into the sand.
I can't believe summer's almost over.
You sat down next to him and nodded in agreement, regardless of the sudden topic change.
I don't want to go to school. I mean, I would. I don't want to go to a new school. I think it'll be the same school as you and Lizzie. My dad said something about that.
Well, you're gonna like it. Everyone is super nice. You'd only ever been to one school, but you were sure that his old school couldn't have been that much better. Then again, he did have to make new friends and meet new teachers. It could be kind of scary. Cove shook his head, then wrapped his good arm around his knees as he drew them to his chest. You heard a sniffling sound, and when you took a good look at his face, you realized that his eyes were wet.
I want to go home.
Baby. You'd never had to move before, but you thought you could understand. If you had to go to a new school all of a sudden, with all new people, you'd probably be dreading it too. Even though you sort of maybe understood, you still weren't sure how to help. Okay, I'll see you later. Cove gave his head a small shake.
No, I want to go back home.
Right. Cove wanted to go back to his old home. The one that sat waiting someplace far from here, the one he would bring up whenever he felt this sad. It had been a while since he'd moved in, but he didn't seem to feel any better about being here. He set it back down into the sand, trying to reconsider what to do.
What was that?
What?
Hello? I don't know, you made a sound.
Oh, yawn, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Lo siento.
It'll be alright.
Sometimes when you were sad about something, your mom said that to you. In the moment, you thought it couldn't possibly be alright because Sir Stuff-a-Lot lost his arm, or you skinned your knee, or you couldn't possibly finish all your vegetables. But in the end, they were always right.
You're not gonna leave, right? I'll still be around.
Where do you think I'm going, man?
I know, you're the one who's gonna leave.
Like, I'm your neighbor! The question was a little surprising.
Wait, what was the question?
You're not gonna leave.
Of course.
Your parents would have mentioned if you were gonna move or something, right? After a second, Cove gave a little nod.
Once I get my cast off, we could go swimming.
You were fine with him changing the subject again. Yeah, that would be fun. Cove smiled and looked back to the waves.
And I keep saying I'll get used to everything eventually. That I'd feel better then. It used to make me angry. I didn't want to get used to everything.
You spared a glance over at Cove and saw the anger had slipped in his face in favor of something almost puzzled.
But maybe that would be okay after all, as long as I really do feel better. I can't see it.
You could remember a long time ago when you'd first started going to school. You'd absolutely not been okay with the idea of being away from your parents for most of the day, to listen to strangers tell you what to do, and sit with kids you'd never met before. Things changing is hard.
What did he say? He said, I can't see it? What?
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
see.
Okay. Okay. Hold his hand.
His hand. You're not quite sure what to say to that, so instead you reach out and take hold of Cove's hand. The one closest to you is the one in his cast, so you made sure you were very gentle. As you watched, Cove's eyes got a little misty once more. You got the feeling that they were different tears than the ones from before, though.
I hope next summer I'll surf and go exploring and everything will feel like it's supposed to again.
You will. It will. The two of you sat quietly, just taking in the sounds of the waves. You'd hoped that Cove would be able to accept this place as his new home. You'd definitely try to help in any ways, what ways that you could. There were just so many wonderful things here Cove probably hadn't even seen yet. Lost in thought, you started a bit when you heard a faint, familiar sound. The sound of your mom shouting your name. You looked over your shoulder, realizing it was probably time for dinner. Time had really gone by fast. You stood and dusted the sand off of yourself. My mom's calling. It's time for dinner. You should come. Cove looked up at you, expression screaming reluctance. Yet ultimately,
Okay.
when you smiled, Cove returned with one of his own.
Even?
Thanks.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
you're
Fair.
late? Thank you. It was nice. Where you were right. Where you were right then. But the two of you couldn't stay there in your own little world any longer. You were being called forward. That hit different. Anyway. Sorry, just made me think of, like, another line in the game. So the both of you... I hurt my fifis. So the both of you ran off towards your house, leaving the waves and summer behind. Look at the little animation. In between. Okay.
Can change things now?
Every step we can change what we look like.
Everything here is fine.
Okay.
Wait. Let's look at hair back. Oh,
Do you want to change it, or?
no. Okay, everything here is good.
Okay. Can you change anything here?
No glasses.
No more glasses? Alright.
This bitch got contacts.
He's what for contacts?
This bitch got contacts.
This bitch got contacts! You want to wear earrings?
I don't know.
That's
Let's see the options.
okay. Aries 1, Aries 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 7? Where?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's up here. 8, 9, 10, 9.
Oh, I don't know. The stars were kind of cute.
Which one's this one or this one?
The gold one looks better, right?
That's true.
Do you think we should have stars?
Do you think we should have stars?
Sim! It's not just me playing!
Listen, I'm fine with whatever.
None.
No.
No, yet.
Oops, not Aries 10. We want to change its lip type.
No.
Okay. We got any of these? Any of these we want to change?
No.
Okay. Done?
Yeah.
Okay. My feelings for Cove. Do we want them to change?
What are they now?
It's relaxed to fond. You can change direct, relaxed, nervous. You can either be fond or crush.
I don't like making decisions.
For this side, you can either do the same one that we already did, or we can change it.
I'm fine with relax.
Okay. Do we want to change? Do we want him to be a crush now?
I don't know. How old are we?
We
What
are.
year is it?
We are teenagers, so we're like 13,
Yeah,
14.
we got a crush. Hell yeah.
Okay.
The little blushy blush.
Yeah, the little blushy blush. We can no longer be indifferent.
As all things should be.
Nah, I just thought it was funny. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't need to change it again until step 3. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You can customize Cove. You don't want to do that, right?
No.
Neither. Okay, yeah. Alright, so he's just gonna have a randomized disposition based off of how
Our
we
choice.
reacted with him. Huh?
Yeah, okay. I was like, off of our choices, right?
Yeah.
Because randomized is not what I wanted.
Well, not randomized, but like based off of like how we interacted with him is how his appearance will look. I would assume like hair stuff, like hair type is probably random because he has different hairstyles.
Okay.
So
Appearance, I'm fine with it being random. I didn't
Oh,
want
yeah.
the personality to be random.
yeah, the personality will the personality is based off of how we interacted with him. His
Good.
appearance is random. Usually,
Good,
I
good,
think.
good, good.
I don't know.
That's all
I
good.
usually pick this appearance because I like the certain hairstyles.
Oh yeah, valid. No,
Um,
he can pick all his hairstyles.
Yeah, you're right. And he will. He would.
Okay.
Alright, let me just see. August ended, September began. It was time to go back to school. Lizzie groaned and complained the entire first week. She hated going to classes. Still, there was interesting things to do that couldn't be done anywhere else. You weren't sure how Cove felt about it. He was enrolled that year. That was like a sign Cove would be staying in Sunset Bird for a while. At school, he was alright, but kept his distance from other kids. From what you saw, anyway. Whenever he could, Cove stuck to you like glue. He didn't even mind that much what you did to pass the time, as long as it was together. Sometimes, it was like things were exactly the same when you had first met. But other times, as you got older, you couldn't ignore how the feelings had changed in meaningful ways. That year, the divorce of Cove's parents was finalized. You overheard your parents talking about it, saying Cove's dad got full custody. At first, you were worried that meant bad news. It had made Mr. Holden cry, apparently. Then you found out it meant Cove would keep living with his dad. He would only stay with his mom a few weeks of the year. Cove cried too, for different reasons, you thought. It seemed like Cove and his dad might move again, but Mr. Holden decided to stay after all. Mom asked him about it once. He said that he didn't want to uproot Cove's life a second time. Also, I'm already seeing the differences between Cove's behavior and my playthrough and Cove's behavior here. This will be interesting. Mine was more a little bit more outgoing with classmates, if I recall. Mr. Holden tried to get Cove to like Sunset Pier more. He kept encouraging his son to go out and see the place. Sometimes Mr. Holden volunteered you to spend time with Cove. He seemed very confident that it was effective strategy. Cove never talked to anyone about what happened with his parents and withdrew whenever it was brought up. It was hard for him, yet nobody knew how to help. Eventually, Cove stopped crying on his own. You couldn't understand what had changed. But you'd hope you'd help him feel better still, since even without the tears, he looked sad. Maybe one day he could say out loud what he felt inside. Oh, he's very... I see. Interesting.
I fucked him up, Sim.
No,
I
you
fucked
did.
him up.
You didn't. I'm just. Mine was a little bit more like. That's why I said like it's a little bit more outgoing. Yours is a little bit more shy.
I fucked
just
him up,
interesting.
Sim.
Cause I didn't.
Fucked him up.
No, you didn't.
I gave
Cause
this
I
boy
didn't.
trauma.
Well, not like an egregious amount of trauma, but like what's it called? I think I was just more what's it called? I think I was just more outgoing with him, and so he was very apt to be outgoing as well.
We ran out windows together.
Yeah. What's it called? I was gonna say something else and then I forgot. Because I didn't choose his behavior either. Like, I didn't choose what his personality was like. So, all of his personality traits are based off of how I interacted with him. So I just find it interesting that you ended up with a more reserved and shy Cove, it seems.
Well, good for him. I'm gonna help him become more outgoing this step.
Oh, you're valid. I also didn't choose Crush this level. I think I chose continued to choose Fond, because I didn't realize that it meant, for the following step. I thought it meant for the previous step, I guess, somehow. So I was Fond for the first two steps, and then I was Crush the last step.
Yeah.
After that, it felt things had gone back to normal. Except what was normal didn't stay the same. Years passed, and suddenly you were in middle school. You weren't a kid anymore. You were 13 years old. What?
I just thought that was funny.
You weren't a kid anymore. You were 13. 13! Technically a teen! I see that one was a miss. It's okay.
Oh, I'd already left. You already got my laugh.
Oh, I see. Okay. That officially made you a teen, even if your sister didn't agree. Toys and crayons that used to litter every free space of your room had been packed away somewhere, replaced by new hobbies. There were other changes, too. Cove's cast got taken off. It was weird to see him without it initially. Underneath the pink plaster ended up being a long, thin scar that snaked across his forearm. Cove's chest puffed out in pride whenever someone drew attention to it. He also went through a major growth spurt. He was the tallest student in his class for 2 years in a row. Cove will probably hold that spot again next time. He's tall as fuck, I need to mention.
Oh.
He's tall as shit. I think, like, he gets, like 6 foot something.
Oh, that's impressive.
He's a tall boy. Crazy. In class, people knew him for more than just being tall. He also stood out of how well he did on tests and other academic situations. Yeah, you got a very smart one. I got a sporty one.
Oh.
Academic situations. Over the years, he began opening up more. Oh, okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe he is opening up more. You saw him talking admissively with other kids or neighbors from time to time. Good for him. Good for him. And the only kid that came to visit the neighborhood when you were little, Shiloh, well, he was gone.
Thank God.
A dramatic pause for you. He and his mom moved back south because of her work just 1 year after Cove came to Sunset Bird.
Oh, thank God.
It had been really upsetting when he left. Lizzie was inconsolable for weeks, but nobody talked about Shiloh anymore. It was a long time ago. You learned some heartbreaking things that became less and less sad further away they were, even if they had never gotten any better. That was sad in its own way. Things at home were different too. You still lived in the same house and all that, but it wasn't how it was before. Ma dyed her hair purple, wanting something new, and liked it so much she kept dyeing it. You remember calling her mommy as a kid, but something like that seemed awkward nowadays. You were much too old for that word. Lizzie felt too mature for her nickname too. She insisted on everyone calling her Elizabeth, so you did. Your mom soon gave her permission to go places other than the playground and the shopping street, which she took advantage of. You rarely saw her around the old neighborhood. In fact, she hardly spent any time with you the way she did before. Elizabeth instead associated more and more with girls from school who were her own age.
Rude.
Literally. Maybe the difference between 13 and 15 was greater than the difference between 8 and 10. You started befriending new people yourself, like Derek Suarez. He didn't live in the neighborhood or go to the same school. What happened was his and Cove's dad struck up a business partnership a few months ago. Since then, Derek would pop up in the area now and again. It seemed Mr. Suarez was happy to let Derek tag along to his work if Derek had the time for it. I just need you to know, I love Derek. Thank you.
Yes, I know. Told me.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
He's one of the DLC boys too.
Okay.
So I was like, hey. Without a doubt, everyone and everything around you had changed in small or big ways. You had too. As time went by, though, it was easy to settle into this new normal. Then, before you knew it, school was over and summer vacation had come again. Look at our room!
Our room.
Our room!
Where's our art?
That's because
I
you
wanna
didn't.
do art
See,
too.
you should have said, when Cove said, like, I like that, you should have said, thanks, I drew it.
I didn't know that. Tim, go back. Reload our save.
Reload the save and play from the beginning! Ow. Okay. I didn't know that. It was the first day of summer vacation. The sun was as hot as ever, but you were inside and away from its harsh rays. To be more specific, you were...
Wide awake. About to head out in time. Enjoy my time.
Enjoy your time. You made sure to slather on a generous amount of sunscreen so you didn't get burnt. You were looking in the mirror, studying the clothes you had thrown on, when your bedroom door opened without warning. In the reflection, you saw Elizabeth raise an eyebrow. Look at our sister. Have you been staring at yourself this whole morning?
Good morning.
Good morning, Elizabeth. She ignored that, crossing her arms over her chest with a disgruntled expression. Clearly, she hadn't come in just to see you. Your special boy is at the door, like he always is now. He brought some happy summer gift from Mr. Holden. Mom wants you to take it from him, say thanks or whatever. You did not like the way she called him your special boy, but you knew by now saying that saying so wouldn't stop her.
Why's she mean?
Because she's 15. That's why. So calm down already. I'll be there when I'm there.
Be right there.
Be
Be
right
nice
there.
to her. I'm being nice to her.
I mean, that's not going to change anything, but you know. Elizabeth said nothing else and left, having done what was instructed of her. Now alone, you focused in the mirror once again. Are we tall? Are we tall? Are we
Wait.
average height? Huh?
I'm reading.
Sorry.
I'm reading. Very short.
I mean, Ethan's average height, I think.
Alright, we'll do average height.
I had a delayed laugh because I was like, are you tall? Are you tall? Are you average? Are you short? Which one? Phil was really tall and Derek was kind of short, but you were pretty much the exact height that someone would expect for a 13-year-old.
Sure, we like it.
It suited you well in your mind. Then you put the finishing touches on your outfit while ruminating on the ruminating?
Yeah.
Ruminating on the situation. Careless as they had been, Elizabeth's words piqued your curiosity. You planned on going over to see what Cove was up to today, so this worked in your favor. It was when you spotted your reflection that you realized you were smiling wide. You were looking forward to seeing him. You left your room, taking an easy time down the stairs. Step 2. Second chance. You spotted Mom first, reclining on the couch. She held a magazine in her hands, which she was perusing through. Morning, Mom. She looked up at your greeting, a smile instantly appearing on her face.
Thanks.
morning, Ethan. Thanks
Aw,
for coming down.
hi.
I love her hair in this step. She also got rid of her glasses.
Yeah, contacts, Mom.
Contacts. Mom's at the door with Cove. He can't stay over today, unfortunately. Why don't you go and thank him before he leaves? You nodded and made your way to the front of the house. Just as she'd said, Mom was there making a conversation. She must have heard you because she looked over her shoulder.
Oh.
Purple.
Purple! Look who finally made it! Morning, sleepyhead. Ma reached forward, and you knew she was about to pat you on the head. She was taller than average, so you were little in her eyes despite being a typical size for your own age. What are we doing? You letting her?
Happily let her do it. Love you, Ma.
Love you, Ma! That type of small, affectionate exchange was nice. She placed the whole of her hand on the top of your head for a second before lifting it back up. Ah! You're the last one today down. You're the last one down today, you know that? I was gonna stay in longer, so you're welcome.
Morning. I feel like that's a safe pick.
That's all? You really are a sleepyhead right now. A safe pick. You're not gonna get a
I don't
bad-
want to make her mad.
She's not gonna be mad.
I love her.
Alright. With a small laugh, Ma stepped aside. Cove was just as you remembered exactly how you came to know him to be. Look at its hair!
Oh,
A
it's so
baby!
long.
It's very long. He leaned uncomfortably to the side in your doorway as his bushy hair covered parts of his face. His features were pinched in embarrassment as he shifted from one foot to another. He was holding what must have been the much talked about gift. At first glance, you figured it must be a bouquet of flowers. Then you gave it a real look. No, instead it was carefully cut fruit. It made a lot of sense that it was actually from Cove's dad. You had to suppress a laugh at this showing. You couldn't imagine many folks buying this sort of thing with their own personal enjoyment. For their own personal enjoyment. The kind of arrangement was built for the presentation, likely to impress whoever was inevitably going to receive it. It seemed no matter how long he'd lived there, Mr. Holden would keep going out of his way to be neighborly, and Cove would always be roped into participating. At the sight of you, Cove smiled, but there was some nervousness to it. That's you.
Oh, sorry. I was
It's
taking a screenshot.
You're so bad. Wait, hold on.
Wait, will you take
Hold
a
on.
screenshot for me? Because I can't save them.
Wait, hold on. I forget how to do. Give me a second. There's a way to get rid of the thing. I'm trying to remember. It's not that. Wait. Wait. Wait.
Self-voicing disabled.
Scary.
What the hell?
I'm trying to remember.
Is it like an F button?
F? Oh.
Yeah, like F11.
No.
That
Remember.
closes it, doesn't it?
Escape. No. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. I know how to get rid
Just
of it.
go into the config and see if it's there.
Oh, you're so right. Well, it wouldn't be here because this just tells you how to like just do the other stuff. Hold on.
don't know.
Friend pie. Get rid of text box in
UI. UI is the word you're looking for.
H.
Well, press H then.
There you go. That's
Give
for
it to
you.
me.
Oh, you want me to screen? Okay.
Yeah, I can't save screenshots on my computer without putting them in Paint.
Oh, you're so valid. What? Why don't you have Light Shot?
Cause I never downloaded it.
Why didn't you
Yeah.
download it?
Cause I forgot.
Oh my god. Well, maybe
Oh
you
my
should
god,
download
where's Steve? Where's Steve?
Where's Steve? Where's Steve? Maybe you should download it. You ever think about that?
I will. Not now
Yeah.
though.
Well, you could. Anyway,
Did you screenshot this?
I did. I sent it to you. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Anyway,
Steve.
Cove!
Hey. Hey!
I'm sorry, it sounded canned when you yelled it. Oh my god.
Good. I am a sardine.
Not a sardine! Oh my gosh, he's a
Or
little.
a green bean.
He's a little tuna.
Little tuna in it.
A tuna. Okay, you smile back. You gonna help thinking to it? They've honestly, just real quick, they really nailed his awkward, like, stature here. It makes me
Yeah,
feel
it's good.
secondhand awkward, but like also like he's adorable.
He's so cute.
He's adorable. You can help thinking to when you first met Cove and how you became such good friends. Lately, though, you were starting to have different feelings for him. ... Hey, it's nice to see you,
Yeah.
baby.
You too.
His grip on the base of the gift tightened as your heartbeat sped up. Even if neither of you had spoken about it, both of you were aware something new was growing in your relationship. It was already shaping up to be another long summer. The best part was that the two of you had plenty of time to spend together and explore what was developing. His awkwardness over the task started to creep back in, so Cove nudged the gift closer to you. He was ready to be relieved of it. I like how they had this motherfucker waiting at the door. Like,
Literally,
let
for
him
like 10 minutes.
in! I feel like, I might be wrong about this, but I feel like in my playthrough, part of me feels like that I was the one that answered the door, rather than, like, everybody else already being... I mean, they were all downstairs, but I think I feel like... I mean, I could be wrong, but I just think it's interesting if that was the
Yeah, that
case.
is interesting.
Your hands
Was
brushed...
Elizabeth nicer to you?
No, she acts exactly the fucking same.
Okay.
She
I
acts
thought I
like the
messed
story.
something up. I was like,
No,
oh,
no, no. She
I
acts like
picked
the story.
Cove too many times.
She's just one of those teenagers that thinks that she's more mature than she actually is.
Oh,
like
she was
she's
that
in a
type of
phase.
thing, too.
Yeah, she's in that phase where she thinks that she's an adult and she's not.
Okay.
That's why she's like wanted to be called Elizabeth.
Yes.
Your hands brushed over his just slightly when you took hold of the base. He flinched enough for you to know with certainty that he noticed it happen. You couldn't help but smile to yourself. And with that, the gift was accepted. Go!
His hair!
His hair!
I hope you and your family likes it. It's a pretty good gift. I think so anyway.
Thank you. He smiled earnestly.
Baby!
I'm surprised we got a glasses him.
Oh, baby. Look at his little smile. Dad spent a lot of time picking out the best size and design. There were so many options to choose from.
I like how as soon as we got to this Cove, you just like completely like left the monotone voice for him.
Well, he's happy. Look at that.
Yeah, I
baby
just thought
with
it was
a
funny.
smile.
Like, I mean, not monotone, but like you were like very flat with his delivery.
Yes.
You're valid.
Look at the last one.
We could say it. You want to?
I'm not going to. I'm just gonna say thank you.
Why not?
Exclamation point. Thank you! Exclamation point.
Why not?
My family's here.
So?
Oh no!
Dude, I'm just kidding.
No! Do it and then go back.
Okay.
I just want to see what he does. I'm not trying to be. Look at his little face.
It's
Okay,
little-
go back. Go back.
That's his lie. That's my favorite fucking face for him. It's so
It's really
cute.
good.
It's a really good one.
Thank you.
Can you tell your dad we love the gift?
Yeah.
Mr. Holden's behavior was really different from any neighbor you'd ever had. Though, after 5 years, you were used to his antics, and you'd since made up your mind on what your opinion was. You didn't like him.
He was great and handsome.
I mean, he is rather good looking.
Get on his dad route.
Cove. I mean, Cove had to get it from somewhere. He got it from both parents, to be honest with you.
I'll say he was great.
He was great. You don't want to say he was handsome?
No.
Cove's dad is God. So there were some things people didn't like about. Oh, some things people didn't like about Mr. Holden. Oof. Sorry, I inhaled air all quick. It was like a hiccup, but it wasn't a hiccup. Crazy.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm okay. You didn't mind them and liked them quite a bit. Your thoughts were quickly interrupted by a shout. I forget who this is. It might be Derek.
There you are.
No! Do you want to be this?
I'm only Cove, you know.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There you are. You shared a confused look with Cove. As one, both of you step through the open door into the neighborhood. Oh yeah, it's Derek. Neighborhood
Yeah, I
street.
thought so.
Yeah. It didn't take long to locate the source of the noise. You
Cove,
spotted
button up
Derek.
your goddamn shirt. What is happening?
He doesn't care. He's very careless. We love that for him. You're like, Cove, button up your shirt. You'll get cold, sweetie. Oh gosh. The thing didn't take long to locate the source of the noise. You spotted Derek just a few yards down the road. He ran up to you. You were displeased.
Straight up, I don't know anything about this.
I mean,
I don't know anything
he's your
about him.
he's your friend. So how do you
Alright,
feel?
I was happy at the sight of him.
My
Unless
mom-
he starts hitting on Cove, then we're
Oh my
enemies,
God.
mortal enemies.
Oh, you might not like Baxter then. Anyway, I don't. Sorry, my mom like yelled in the background. I don't know why. It was like a surprised. I don't know. She's on the phone, I think.
Oh.
Derek was certainly a welcome guest in your neighborhood. It was a pleasant surprise whenever he showed up. Hey! After stopping
Oh,
a
he's
couple,
tiny.
he's a little boy. He's just a little guy. After stopping
little guy.
a little guy. After stopping a couple of steps away, Derek hunched over to catch his breath. Then he looked up at you with a wide grin.
Hey.
Hey, my guys! I was just at your house, Cove, but no one's there.
What? He's
What?
so fucking
He's
short.
so little. I love him so much. I love him so much. I love Derek. I saw Derek like once. Like I saw him like the first time I saw him when his CG popped up. I was like, baby.
Yeah,
Like,
that's valid.
I love him
Look
so
at Cove's
much.
hair though, it's so fluffy.
It's so fluffy. Okay, but look
hope
how
it gets
little
longer.
Derek is.
Yes.
He's just a
He's
little
tiny.
guy. He's just a little guy.
Little guy.
He's just a little guy. Anyway, I was just at your house, Cove, but no one was there. Should have figured you'd be at Ethan's place. Sorry, something is happening.
You gonna go check? Hello?
No, I'm listening. Hold on, I'm listening. No. It was like when you pretend to like get kids through like rah rah like to scare them, so they
Yeah.
laugh. That's what it sounded like.
Oh.
I think my sister came home, so that's probably her.
Okay.
It's just like it distracts me every single time because I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Yes.
Should have figured to be at Ethan's place. Do you ever spend time in your own home, or are you always just there? Derek laughed at his own joke. He either didn't notice that if it had embarrassed Cove, or that the embarrassment is what he was actually laughing at. Derek turned to you. He was going to say more, when his eyes widened, he gasped. What's that? What's that? You followed his gaze, unsure. Then you realized what he meant. You were still holding on to Mr. Holden's gift. This? It's kind of like a bouquet of flowers, but made out of fruit.
Nice.
Can I have some?
Sure. Give him a bite. Give him a little snack.
I forget what I said. I just know that that bitch got eaten. Like,
Yeah.
by all three of us. Derek grew more excited by your words, bouncing on the balls of his feet. Awesome! Then he nodded his head as if to clear it. Anyway, that's right. I came here because I needed to say something big. He paused, possibly for effect. There's some kid here in Sunset Bird. Cove was surprised as you were by the news. Such a reaction made sense. No one around your age had moved here since Cove did 5 years ago.
Were they with their family? Maybe they were cutting through.
Nuh-uh. This new kid was all by himself, just walking. Did you talk to him?
Nope.
I came in to report the sightings right away. The kid had... He's like, I didn't say anything to that kid. I just ran here to come tell you. The kid had green hair, glasses, was pretty small, seemed really upset about something. I hope he didn't leave. You blinked. Slowly you looked over to your longtime neighbor. That sounds a lot like you, Cove, when you first got here anyway.
It kind of does, doesn't it? That's weird.
It's like green hair and glasses. Everyone looks like
That's weird.
Cove. That's
He's a pink
weird.
cat, too.
That's suspicious. That's weird. He's nodded, almost fallen, a small smile playing on his lips. Derek snickered good-naturedly. I can see that really well now that you say so. Look, what'd you say? Let's go find Cove's lookalike. We should all meet him.
Sure.
I'll do it.
Sure, I want to see who this person is. Derek grinned, then he pointed down the street, the way he came. Last I saw him, the mystery visitor was going in this direction. Nothing else needed to be said. The three of you were off, with Derek leading the way. Derek brought you to the beach, and as a trio, you made your way down the shore to the old playground. You walked the familiar path in a comfortable silence. When you were almost there, you spotted the kid in question. His bright colors almost shone like a beacon beneath the rays of the sun. He scuffled around, kicking up sand as he paced. It was true, he certainly seemed upset, but you didn't think he was sad like you had originally pictured. No, with his erratic movements and scrunched-up expression, he came off as angry. You started to have doubts about this expedition. Maybe it'd be better if you left him alone and let him sort this himself out. Derek didn't feel the same. He waved widely, calling out to the boy. Wildly. Calling out to the boy. Hey guy! Over here! The kid whipped around, an impressive scowl carving deeper into his face. His eyes were tired, but a strong hostile energy still radiated from him.
What?
What is it? What do you want? The sharp tone made Derek flinch. He shifted on his feet. What's your name? Jeremy. Was that it?
No.
I'm Derek. That's Ethan and Cove. We're just walking around and saw you. We wanted to say hi. There aren't a lot of kids in our age in the neighborhood. Yeah, so, you know, it's cool to see someone else here. Strangely, Jeremy, you grew furious by your response. If steam could erupt from a person's ears, it would have happened then. They did bring me somewhere stupid. Of course, I knew it!
What?
My parents.
They're the ones who brought me here. I didn't walk to this town. Can you not figure that out on your own?
Right.
My dad brings me to Sunset Bird too, when he has to come for work and all that stuff. It's not bad. That earned him a glare from Jeremy. Derek winced beneath it, glancing away. It was a struggle to remain friendly with this Jeremy guy. I mean, I wouldn't want to come here for a vacation. A real vacation. Probably either. That's an understatement. That doesn't count as a vacation. It's a waste of time, a chore. My parents' family is nearby and we just had to come see them. Ugh.
If they're your parents' family, doesn't that make them your family too?
I guess.
Okay, damn.
That's a pretty good reason to come by. Did you want to go somewhere else? No! Jeremy crossed his arms with a huff. He turned away. They should have gone by themselves, since they cared so much and left me home. But I'm not allowed to be home by myself. Pfft. It makes no sense. They're the ones who didn't know how to do anything, and I'm the kid. Who peed in your cereal this morning?
It must suck being forced to do something you don't want.
As if that does anything. You turned to Cove, lowering your voice. Two of you aren't that similar after all. Jeremy must have had good hearing though, because when he caught the private exchanges cross.
Stupid.
Wait, hold on.
Excuse me. This is where I throw fists.
Oh god. Hold on. I had to reset my break thingy. Of course we're Of course we're not similar. My eyebrows aren't stupid. Cove's cheeks flushed crimson at the insult. You couldn't be sure if it was out of embarrassment or anger. Maybe both. Come on.
The bowl cut. Literally.
Do you want to say that one?
Maybe, wait.
Maybe.
Oh, I can't decide.
Whether you should live or die.
I thought the same thing.
Oh, you're so
Okay,
bad.
help me pick between these two, okay?
Okay.
Okay, no, Cove's wavy eyebrows are so cool, because it's true.
Yeah.
Or how can you say that when you've got a bowl cut?
Honestly, I'd probably pick the Cove's wavy eyebrows are so cool.
Alright, do it.
Okay. I mean, like, how can you say that when you've got a bowl cut? It's funny as shit, though. But I feel like that would only provoke him.
Yeah.
Cove smiled weakly. Now I know why you thought we had anything in common. You must be blind.
I want to lunge towards him so bad.
I would like to say that this is a Kane moment.
A what?
A Kane moment.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to, but I want
Okay.
to punch him.
I just want you to know. You grinned at all
Pat
this.
Cove. Pat,
You pet
pat,
Cove on the shoulder.
pat him.
Cove gave you a watery look in exchange for the silent support. Trying to talk to the rude boy clearly wasn't going to go anywhere.
So we should punch him.
Wow, what is wrong with you?
Literally.
Instead of taking offense, Jeremy only parroted Derek's words in a nasally voice. Well, what is wrong with you?
Wow, what is wrong with you?
I forgot you did that! Yo! I forgot. Oh, he came out for blood. He did the SpongeBob meme. Anyway.
Something's wrong with your mom, Jeremy.
Well, not his mom. Well. This is dumb.
Kick him.
Jeremy stuck his tongue out and skulked away, throwing more sand everywhere as he went. You watched him go hunched over until he became a speck in your vision. Silence regained in its wake. The three of you tried to process what had just happened. I can't believe it. What a mean kid. Derek
Now
was
let's kill him.
No!
Insulted his eyebrows.
Oh my gosh. Derek wasn't kidding, and by the sound of those earlier complaints, the new boy Jeremy was going to be in the area for at least a little while this summer. Derek sighed away in dismay, plopping onto the ground. He followed, and Cove did too shortly after. There wasn't much else to do.
This sucks.
I was hoping we could meet someone fun, hang out maybe. He shook his head. After a moment, he slowly turned to you with hopeful expression. But you know what really improved the day? What? He didn't respond. Instead, he used a hand to point, right at the fruit arrangement that you were still holding. You'd completely forgotten about it during your mini-drama that unfolded. You had gotten used to the wait. Glancing over to Cove, you noticed he was eyeing the fruit. He must want some too.
Let's eat.
Let's eat! Let's eat! Derek perked up immediately at your words. He reached out for his skewer, hesitating slightly once he was inches away.
Are you sure?
You nodded. With an eager grin, he plucked a prime row of fruits. Cove grabbed one for himself after him. Only you were without a skewer of your own.
Pineapple.
Pineapple! Same brain. The pineapple was cut to look like a flower. It was obvious, the obvious first choice. Derek ate a pineapple skewer enthusiastically, finishing it within moments. This is
For me
amazing!
not being able to order pineapple on the pizza.
What happened?
This is for me not being able to order pineapple on our pizza.
I'm so sorry.
Otherwise, I would
nice.
have picked strawberry.
Same.
It tastes nice. Pretty nice. And this fruit kebab thing is fun.
Kebab? Anyway.
Kebab!
Hold on, let's take a drink. Hey, you two remember The Land Before Time? That fruit thing makes me think of it. The dinosaurs all like that, the leaves that were shaped like stars.
Derek, I would die for you.
Literally!
Tree stars.
The tree stars. We love
Yeah.
Derek in this house. Chopping the leaves looked so delicious when they did it.
Literally.
And there was a scene with pretty trees, and all the dinosaurs came in and picked everything off them until there was nothing. That's us right now. Awesome. Should I worry about you?
I love that movie. Let's be honest.
I love that movie. Me too! The three of you continued like this for the next few minutes. Eventually, the display was barren. It looked weird when devoid of fruit.
It did help make you feel better.
Derek was right. It was so good you were already brightening up from the earlier drama.
Hey, Ethan.
Yeah? The two of you met eyes casually.
Casually, what the?
Casually!
Thanks for what you said back then. It's nice not everyone thinks like that guy.
Oh, it's okay. He was just being a jerk. Derek chimed in strongly. Don't listen to a Cove. He's the problem. People shouldn't say those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Derek then leaned back on his arms. He contemplated the sky with a content sigh. So, are you both ready for summer break? How's
Yeah.
someone supposed to be ready for a break? Cool on you. I wish I could say the same. It feels like there's a lot to plan for. What about you, Cove? Are you ready?
Yes.
Before you could say anything else, the light atmosphere was shattered.
Hey!
Ethan! You glanced over your shoulder to see your sister. She strode closer and closer, appearing none too pleased. I've been looking all over for you. Ma said you and Cove ran off with the thing Mr. Holden brought for us. She leered over you with arms folded. So, where is it? Well, it's gone. What do you mean, gone? You moved over to the side to face her completely. She zeroed in on the bouquet in your hands, which was now populated exclusively with skewers dripping in juice and tiny flecks of leftover fruit pieces. Her mouth dropped open and the tone of her voice rose.
What?
Seriously, Ethan? What were you thinking? It was supposed to be for all of us at home. She glanced at Cove, who sat beside you, and continued mockingly. Even if you are the most important person in the household to the delivery boy, this was up to his dad. It seemed everybody was in the mood to tease you and Cove today. The family does that a lot. We love them, but listen. Within moments, Cove's cheeks flushed red. He picked at the hem of his shirt, suddenly finding it very interesting. He always became nervous when Elizabeth would strike at your relationship. We were hungry.
I'm stuck between sorry, Elizabeth, and this morning's been kind of a disaster. Should I just apologize? Alright, just apologize. Say sorry, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth narrowed her eyes, not at all placated. Oh no. I think I hear the mean kid coming back. We better get out of here! Elizabeth blinked confused and looked around.
What?
Elizabeth, sick 'em.
Literally! What kid? I don't see anyone. Derek didn't bother explaining. He just launched to his feet and ran off. Wolf hopped up too, gladly taking the opportunity to exit the situation. He followed after Derek, but then took a look at you from over his shoulder. You turned to watch Elizabeth. She stared back, brow raised.
I stay.
You didn't make a break for it. Instead, you carefully got out of the sand, bouquet still in hand. While she straightened up, Elizabeth smiled affectionately over at you.
Come on.
Come on, fugitive.
Yay, she loves me.
She's your sister, of course she loves you. You nodded, then gazed at the empty bouquet. How would you explain what happened? You know, you could tell Mom the boys ate it all. They bailed, so they don't get to tell the story. Moms would never need to figure it out. We need to find out. Are you serious? She bumped your shoulder, winking cheekily. What else is family for? You laughed together, making your way home side by side.
She loves me. Yay! I thought she hated me.
She doesn't hate you. She's just a
thought she hated
teenager. Later that night, you found yourself seated near the kitchen counter. When you and Elizabeth had returned earlier with the empty bouquet, Mom was bummed she didn't get anything. Moth told her with a promise to make her a fruit flower of her own later. Elizabeth said nothing about how it came to be empty, and the event was dropped without question. You just think they were happy you and your sister seemed to be in good moods. That was a while ago now. I can't believe they fucking ditched you. Crazy. Your finger dropped on the surface as you waited, your gaze trained on the phone. You were waiting on a call tonight, specifically from your cousin Leandra. You don't want to miss it accidentally. Your uncle, aunt, and Lee used to live many hours away. Your families only saw each other a few times a year for big occasions. A while back, though, they moved and were closer to you than ever before. You now hung out regularly. With school being out, you're positive she's gonna want to come over a lot. The two of you were the same age and got along well. She used to be really fond of Lizzie, Elizabeth, too, but now that your sister had become allergic to interacting with her own family, it tended to be you and Lee who spent time together.
I don't know the answer to this.
This is the decision that we have to make. We make the answer.
Let's say I have a lot of friends who are girls.
Even though you weren't a girl, you befriended them pretty well.
I also have a lot of non-girl friends. We're popular.
What kind of gender someone was didn't seem to make any difference in who you got along with. Then the shrill ringtone announced an incoming call. You jumped before grabbing the receiver and pressing it to your ear.
Ethan speaking.
You were greeted by a distorted, half-pitched giggle.
What?
Why do you sound so weird? Mom answers the phone like that sometimes. It's supposed to be polite. You should go with hi. That's something a robot would say. There was static on the end as if Lee was shifting wherever she was. So can you believe school's actually over? I thought I'd never be done. Now we don't have to do any of that boring stuff and we get to hang out whenever we want. Speaking of hanging out... Lee, can you wait a second? Let me just head to my room.
Oh yeah.
You got up from your seat at the counter. Luckily the phone was wireless, so you didn't have to worry about any cords tying you down. Your mom had a rule about not moving the phone unless the call was in progress, which is why you'd been sat by its cradle waiting for Lee to call.
You thought that made sense.
It was nice to keep everything in its proper place. But now that Lee had called, it was okay for you to go upstairs to your bedroom and talk to her. You made your way up the stairs, smiling. After you had arrived, you shut the bedroom door firmly behind you. You took a seat on your bed. Alright, I'm here.
Cool.
Hey, did you know the girl down the street from me has her own phone now? A cell phone. She doesn't have to wait for someone else to stop using it or anything. Wow, really? The thought of someone having a phone that was all their own seemed unbelievable to you. Right? I wish I had a phone. I wish I had one too, but my parents said I couldn't get my own until I'm more grown up. I wish they'd change their mind. We could call each other every single day and no one would be able to stop us. How great would that be?
Really great.
We could even stay up late talking about whatever we want. Lee sighed thoughtfully into the receiver. Elisa said I could have it someday. I can't wait. She sighed dramatically. And I bet I'm not gonna get one until I'm all the way in college. 1 second. Hello.
Hello.
My sister came in. And then my nephew was putting his clothes on. Or his, not clothes, what's it called? His, like, coat and shoes. But he brought them in here for some reason.
Oh.
So I was just watching him put his stuff on. Just so he could leave.
Okay.
He was like,
Alright.
he's like, you hold this hat and I'll put this one on. I'm like, I'm streaming. I was like, I love you guys so much. I mean, I didn't say anything, but I was just like, I'm streaming. Okay. Squeezing the phone between your shoulder and ear, you puffed up your pillows and made yourself more comfy. It was strange to think of a time when normal school would be over, and you'd have to choose whether or not to go to college. School was just such a big part of your life right now.
Study didn't come easily to me, but I tried hard.
You know it was important, and you wanted to do well. Frustratingly, even your best didn't seem to quite ever be good enough. You didn't know how it could be harder.
Higher grades than I did last year. The first one.
Sorry. Your future depended on it.
Damn.
You said that it said that you were expected to get higher grades.
Yeah, true.
It's pressure.
Yeah.
You tried to sound engaged, but your mind had decided to go back to school despite the season. Lee, you knew you too well to be fooled.
What's up?
You sound spacey. What's up? Just thinking about school. Lee groaned. Are you talking about how we don't have to think? Are you thinking about how we don't have to think about it because it's summer? That's what I'm doing. Valid.
I'm looking forward to going back.
Looking forward to going back. You're speaking English, but I don't understand those words. You laughed, aware that many kids wouldn't voice your enjoyment of school. Well, I guess school isn't all the way bad. You can do some good things there. You can do more. You can just do more when school's out. School's out for summer. Anyway.
Learning new things can be cool.
I just wish everyone did okay with how they were taught the things, just not some people.
Me too.
We get to pick until we're done.
It's the easiest way to hang out with people not in the neighborhood.
If we didn't go to school, I'd never meet anybody new. No one really comes here. Uh-huh.
That's all.
That's all. And that's pretty much everything that's good about school. Okay, points taken.
Alright.
Now, I agree the topic of school is officially closed.
I love her.
I love her too. She's such a cool cousin. I love her. I mean, I was also biased. So.
Yes.
We have to talk about summer first. We have to talk about this summer first before we start plotting the rest of our lives. I've got some plans already. Ooh, tell me. I'm gonna visit my cousins. He chuckled, of course. What's something you want to do? The first thing that comes to your head. We can go back to art if we want to.
I know, I see that.
Yeah.
Reading. Art
Period.
supply. Art supply.
Supplies. Art supplies. I can't wait to try it out. I can't wait to see what you make. I can't believe that Ethan is an artist in this AU.
This is what he deserves.
It's what I deserve! You lean back into your bed, settling in as you continue chatting with your friend. Even though it hadn't been that long since you saw her, you'd be seeing her soon. You found plenty to talk about. For one, the events of the day. You sat up straighter. I was with Cove and Derek today. We met a new kid. Like, at your neighborhood? Mm-hmm. His parents were visiting family, so it sounds like he'll be around here for a little while. I don't know how long. What was he like?
He was a dick. Wait.
Mean.
Mean.
He kept snapping when all we were trying to do was talk to him. He just kept being rude to everyone. But especially Cove. It was awful. I don't think I want to meet him. You want a boy to stay away before even meeting him? That's an unexpected twist. Your cousin was pretty popular with the boys who knew her. She seemed happy enough to have them around until they started to annoy her.
Yes.
Hey, who are you to talk? You give practically all your attention to boys. Or maybe just one boy. I see how much you like Cove.
That's a special case.
That's a special case. Lee laughed at your defensiveness, seemingly amused. Even though she couldn't see, you shook your head at her. Shook your head at her, grinning to yourself. She teases you. When I say everybody teases you, I mean everybody teases you.
Yeah, that's valid.
It's so funny.
Do they, even if you don't pick crush?
Yeah, if you pick fond, like, people are still like, you hang around Cove, sure a lot, because you guys would still, like, under fond your best friends at that point.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, just funny. Oh, jump scare. There was stomping noise approaching your room, heralding the arrival of your irritated older sister. She flung the door open, a frown etched on her face. The little adventurer from earlier hadn't gotten you any goodwill this time, it seemed.
Come on.
How long are you gonna hog the phone? Glancing at your watch, you realized that your quick call had gone on much longer than anticipated. Elizabeth held out her hand, the other one lodged on her hip. She noticed the realization on your face. Time's up! No, get out of my room!
Sorry for being long. Sorry, sister. Love you. Love you, Elizabeth.
Lee, I have to go now.
Bye.
Okay, see you soon. Tell Elizabeth and your moms I said hi too. You barely pressed end call button when Elizabeth whisked the handset from your fingers and began dialing someone new. As she strode out of the room, she just fucking snatched the phone out of your hands.
Yeah, that's fair.
Your mom's voice called from downstairs. Hey, has anyone seen the phone? I'm using it! With that, she shut your door behind you. Silence was left in the wake. That was one way to end the first day of your summer break. Your first day of summer break. Sometime
Let's
later.
sneak out and talk to Cove.
Why? You keep doing this.
I miss him.
Oh my god.
I miss him. I'm scared.
You will see him. You're so dramatic. You will see him soon enough. Sometime later, it had gotten dark outside. What?
Sorry, the juxtaposition. Go ahead.
You think that? Sometime later, it got dark outside, and you'd laid in bed wide awake.
Time to sneak out.
Your window rattled all of it. We're on the second floor. Oh. Your window rattled all of a sudden, startling you badly. You flinched, staring at it with furrowed brows. From your vantage point, you only saw the moon and an open sky. You were...
Curious.
Curious. What had caused that noise? Caused the noise, part 2! Ghost part 2!
Literally.
He's back! It's been 5 years, but he's back. We never did find out what that noise was. I wonder if there's a, like, if you get to it quick enough, you find out what the noise is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cocking your head, you sat up and moved closer to the window. You wanted to get to the bottom of this. To your utter shock, your gaze was met by a pair of familiar ocean blue eyes. Cove? You squinted. Yep, Cove was right outside your window. That's why I was like, you'll see him soon enough! 'Cause he's gonna show up at your window! Your house was very angular, and some parts stuck out further than others, so it theoretically wouldn't have been hard to climb around on. Still, just because somebody could didn't mean you expected it to ever happen. Cove looked awkward and unstable. His feet were braced against a section of the wall that jutted out, his arms flexing with the effort to keep them upright. With difficulty, he waved. Then he wobbled, immediately dropping his hand in alarm. You
He's
hurriedly...
crazy.
Wait, what did you say?
He's crazy.
Yeah. You hurriedly opened the window. Cove scrambled inside, nearly falling flat on his face, but he was able to to right himself in the end. See, mine was very sporty, so he had no fucking trouble just standing out there on the fucking ledge of the house. I just think it's funny. Little scrawny
That's
boy. He released a breath once he was steady.
Hey,
Hi, Ethan.
I just want the jury to know that I said "What's up, Romeo?"
Did it go well?
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing, my dreams have come true. This sure is a surprise, but you're always welcome here.
Thanks. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Thanks. I know that it's late. I didn't know what else to do.
So you climbed up to my window.
If I rang the doorbell, I know your moms would have answered and they'd make me go home. I really didn't want to explain why I was coming over anyway. I don't want to talk about it. Well, besides with you, I mean. But that's why I did that.
As unexpected as this was, your touch still felt like he could tell you what was wrong.
I might have tried calling or something, except my dad was on the phone.
Phelps suddenly looked very cross.
Dad. He was talking to my mom. Still is, probably.
You raised your eyebrows. Cove had eavesdropped on his parents' phone conversation? Eavesdropping is bad, Cove!
Don't comment on it.
There were other things to talk about. Are you gonna stay with your mom for a while again? Every year, Cove was sent to live with his mom for a few weeks. When it happened varied. Sometimes he would go during winter break, but usually he went during the summer. Even though it was hard news when you found out he was leaving and you missed seeing him those weeks, you understood. To your surprise, however, he shook his head.
That's what I thought too. But no, that's not what they were saying. My dad asked my mom not to have me leave this year. He said she could come stay with us here.
You waited for him to continue. He didn't. The conversation abruptly dropped off. You couldn't help but stare at Cove. There was a complicated mix of expressions on his face. What did your mom say?
She told them she'd come. I know she's coming soon, before school starts.
Oh. You'd heard Cove talk about his mom a lot over the years. He'd tell you about past memories or what happened while he was visiting her. Still, it was one thing to hear about someone and another to actually meet them. Very soon, you were going to see Cove's mom in person. You were taken aback by the news, so you could only imagine how Cove felt. You looked over at him. He was pacing across your room, his features strained, pained with dread.
Before, they'd barely stay in the same room long enough to have lunch. Now we're all going to be together again. The three of us. After all this time? Just for a few weeks. I know I should probably be happy they can talk to each other now. I'm still not. I'm just confused and freaked out. And now I feel really bad for feeling this way. Ethan, it's so...
His fists tightened as his eyes became misty.
I shouldn't keep getting like this. It's been a long time already, and I'm not a little kid.
Though he wouldn't meet your eyes, you knew he was waiting for you to say something.
Nothing wrong with feeling bad. That is hard to deal with.
The tense line of Cove's shoulders eased.
Thanks. That makes me feel a little better. Like I'm not freaking out for no reason.
A momentary silence fell over the two of you. You marveled at how the day started. You had woken up eager for summer vacation, but now things seemed so crazy. The mini debacle with Mr. Holding's gift, the newest addition to the neighborhood being so rude, and as if all of that wasn't enough, now Cove's mom would be living with Cove and his dad again. Your whole life was kind of like that, it seemed. Complicated and hard and different. Why couldn't things just get better with time?
Ethan?
The sound of your name said quietly pulled you from your thoughts. Cove gazed at you, concerned.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. You meant it. Yeah, I'm okay. You didn't mean it.
I'm more worried about you. You don't have to forget about yourself for me. I want to listen to you, too.
Cove grinned reassuringly. It was small and delicate, but you knew it was genuine. Moonlight from the outside cast shadows across his face and lit up his eyes. They seemed to sparkle with his smile. Just one look brightened your whole mood somewhat.
You know, I think I don't want to talk about any more of this.
He looked away, his lip bending into a line, and rubbed at his arms.
But I kind of don't want to go back home either. Could I stay a little longer, just doing something else?
He appeared equal parts hopeful and vulnerable. How could you possibly turn him away?
You could always stay here, Cove.
You held his gaze confidently, hoping your words got across to him. He disappeared.
Oh, bye.
Cove perked up at your response, a smile appearing on his face. He immediately took a seat on your bed, not afraid to get comfortable in your room. You felt a little better at that sight somehow. You still had a lot of worries, but you were glad he was here. And not just tonight, you were glad he came into your life in the first place. That was a change you'd never want to undo. It felt totally natural to let him in your little world. That initial friendship had deepened so much over the past years, and you were certain there was room to get even closer. Oh, okay. Hi, what's up?
Okay, they really meant closer, huh?
I'm like, oh, hi, what's up? Back up. Back up.
Back up.
Back up. Back up. Zoom out. Zoom out. You joined Cove on your bed, taking a seat across from him. He smiled at you again, but you could only tell this time it was half-hearted. He was still easy to read. I feel like he was sitting in my computer chair during my run. I'm just noticing differences here.
Sorry, me and Cove are besties.
I mean, at this point, you guys are you're at Crush, and I wasn't, so that probably makes more sense. Because
We're just built different, Sim. Sorry.
No, because different routes, like different dialogues, change depending on what which option you pick. So it's interesting. I'm experiencing Crush, step 2 for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though he didn't want to talk about his mom and dad, he must be thinking about what happened and what's about to happen.
Hold his hand.
Hold
yeah.
his hand.
Hold his
Hold
hand.
his hand. You reached out and gently held his hand. It wasn't much, but you hoped the contact helped even a little. Cove blinked, startled, before his expression softened into something more natural. Conversation was stilled and broken often by silence at first. Then the both of you were able to get into your usual candor. As your secret hangout session stretched on, you thought you truly wanted to keep having moments like this with him. Sorry, I remembered the rest of the scene. You hoped a day would never come when life decided the two of you would have to part ways, and you knew Cove felt the same. You opened your tired eyes, groaning as they adjusted to the bright light that was streaming through your window and warming your tan skin. With a loud yawn, you rolled away from the sunlight and blinked a couple of times, clearing the sleep from your eyes before realizing with a start that it was actually morning. You couldn't remember even falling asleep. Cove had crept through your window during the night, and the two of you spent time together trying not to wake your parents. You must have fallen asleep while you were hanging out, but couldn't put a finger on exactly when. You wondered how late Cove had stayed before heading home. You rubbed your face and yawned again, contemplating whether you should get out of bed and get ready for the day, or stay snuggled up for a little while longer. Until your gaze landed on an instantly recognizable mop of pale green hair, and you bolted upright and gasped in surprise. He never left! He was still here! There! In the morning!
I want to say his name.
Cove! He'd fallen asleep while sitting on the ground and precariously leaning his head on the side of your mattress. With your shout, Cove's eyes snapped open and his head slipped from its source of support. He didn't stop going down until he smacked right onto the floor with a crack!
Sorry, bud! Sorry, bud!
You clamped a hand over your mouth and looked down at him with wide eyes curled up where he had landed rather ungracefully.
Aww. Oh. Help him up.
Here. Cove complied by putting his hand in yours, and you helped him back into a sitting position. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
If either of your moms found out Cove had slept there last night, the two of you would be in big trouble. Cove blinked at you a couple of times, his eyes growing into panic as some thought that he could only hear settled in his mind.
Oh my god!
I love that voice line so much. It's so, I don't know why. I can't remember the voice actor, but the delivery was immaculate, because when I did this scene, I like didn't yell out to him, I don't think, and he realized, and he was like, "Oh my god!" Like it's so funny.
Oh my god!
The voice crack at the end. It's really good.
It's really good.
I fell asleep.
I'm Marathon. It's Our Life TM. That's the full name. No, I'm just kidding. We're playing a visual novel. We're on step 2. If you want to play the game, it's free on itch.io and Steam. Our Life, Beginnings and Always. That's the one. Anyway, all right. You fell asleep. Let's go back. Free. Yeah, it's free. We actually have the DLC, which is like $3.99 like per thing, except for the last DLC. But yeah, the game is like base level is free. It's very fun. I would highly suggest it. This is my second playthrough, and this is Dan's first. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's very good. Dan likes it, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's very good. It's criminal that it is free. I'm gonna say that right now. It is criminal that it is a free game.
True.
I feel like that I should have paid for it. And...
$60 minimum.
Huh?
$60 minimum.
Literally $60 minimum. It's a very good game. I don't know if you saw the VOD. A couple of what was it? 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago we played the demo for the next game that GB Patrick's currently making.
That
It
was
is
3 weeks ago.
Huh?
3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago? Okay.
Yeah, because we didn't play last week.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, it's really cute. It's really fun. The next game is just as fun. This one is hilarious and fun. We're having a good time. We're gonna finish the game. Very good game. I bought the DLC for each route. I bought the wedding DLC. I bought
The wedding DLC. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
I haven't even finished the wedding DLC. The wedding I was like, okay, let me sit down and play this game. Let me just play the demo. I played this for 7 hours straight. I could not break myself away from it. We've been playing 4 hours at a time, and that feels like it's still not enough. So yeah, I also bought the what's it called? The soundtrack. Hold on, let me get you the game. Let me just
link the game in chat.
let me just link the game in chat. I feel like that this is important. You know?
You probably have a command for it.
I should. You're so smart. Yeah, it got it was at a showcase. It's a good game. I'm gonna turn it into a command real quick, actually. I might as well now while it's in my brain. Cove will wait. It's fine.
How dare you make our boy wait?
It's fine.
It's fine. Sorry, we gotta insert the Our Life propaganda
Yeah.
to anyone who will listen.
The propaganda. 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 I did the command. I typed the command wrong. I was doing it so
Yeah,
quickly.
no, I see it. It's
Yeah.
here.
No, it's here. I'm just saying I meant to do an arrow instead of a period. But yeah, the game is fun. The game is good. Please play it. It's very good. I was like, oh, I'm not really interested in visual novels right now, and I slept on it. I slept on it for so long, and I shouldn't have. So much time was wasted, but you better believe when the Kickstarter drops for Our Life 2, I will be first in line. Number one. I will pay all of the money. I will pay the highest level of like what is available if I can. Like, I'm willing to put big bucks on this game. I don't care.
Sim is passionate.
TV Patch, if you're out there, I got you. Highest tier. Anyway, highest tier. You can choose your pronouns in it. You can change what you look like. Like, Cove can have a different like altered personality depending on how you play the game every step. Like, it is good. You could be trans in the game. Like, I don't.
Hell
listen,
yeah!
listen. Trans rights.
Trans
LG. This is the game for the LGBTs
Hell yeah!
and the neurodivergence too. We love them. We love to see it. Anyway, let's get back to the game.
Oh my god, I fell asleep.
Oh my god, I fell asleep. Wait, hold on. Let's hear it one more time.
Oh my god!
Baby. Anyway.
It's so good.
It's
I
so
fell
good.
asleep.
It's such a good line. The chaoticness of this entire scene was just really funny. You weren't exactly sure what to do as you watched Cove pace your room, looking around frantically. Cove's hand flew to his face, letting out a sigh of relief when he found his glasses right away right where they were supposed to be. Despite that, he hadn't calmed down completely. The atmosphere was still frazzled.
It's gonna be alright.
Gonna be alright. You just needed to leave before anyone notices you're here. If they knew, we would have heard about it already. Cove nodded, his shoulders tensed as he fixed you with a firm stare with his turquoise eyes. Letting out a heavy sigh, he ran his hand through his hair in exasperation. He couldn't look at you again as he spoke.
See you later.
You were confused by how all of this had played out, but hoped that it was true. Right. Bye, Cove. After that, you were suddenly wrapped up in a tense embrace. As panicked as he was, this seemed to be something he couldn't forget before leaving. Aw, he gave you a hug.
Yeah!
I didn't get any hug.
I get a hug. You don't, Howard.
Coward! No!
Thanks again. You're my very best friend, Ethan. No one else comes close.
Oh my god, I can't believe we're going through Adrian Agrest syndrome.
Oh, hell yeah, baby.
God. This is like the reverse of like the Harvey situation.
What do you mean?
Where I'm like, ha ha ha, I got Harvey to 8 hearts and you haven't even gotten 3. And then you're like, coward, I got a hug before you. I got a hug on step 2. He firmly whispered the words into the top of your shoulder. It made you feel tingly. And then he faded away. But you were let go before you had a chance to respond or even fully react. In a matter of seconds, he climbed over your bed and opened the window. A cool breeze rolled off the ocean, fluttering through Cove's hair and filling your room with its salty scent. Cove anxiously stepped out onto the ledge. Please don't hurt yourself. Please don't hurt yourself. You already got a cast.
Wish him luck.
Wish him luck. Good luck. Be super careful. You weren't sure if he'd heard you or not, but he kept going along, one foot in front of the other with increasing speed, until his form disappeared out of sight. You stuck your head out the window as far as it could go to try keeping watch. He walked the full length of the ledge before jumping down to the top of the garage, then lowering himself onto the fence. From there, he finally dropped to the ground. He threw out a thumbs up at his successful climb. He ran towards his house without stopping, disappearing behind the side of another building. You had to admit that you were pretty impressed at how doable he made that look. Cove always seemed to have a way of seeming so smooth without needing to. With a little sigh, you reclosed your window. Deciding there was nothing more you could do, you hopped off your bed to get and got ready to head downstairs for the day. What if you, like, went downstairs and your mom's like, did I see Cove outside? Where did he come from?
No,
You're like,
I have no idea what you're talking about, Ma.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's like Lizzie's, like Elizabeth, just like, yeah, I couldn't mistake that green hair anywhere. It's like, don't worry about it.
No,
Don't
it's
worry
probably
about it.
Jeremy.
You're just, I'm gonna gaslight you. You know, you're just making it up. I'm gonna gaslight girl gate boss you.
That's literally.
It's only on Windows. Is it? Wait. I thought it was on Mac too. Let me see. I'm gonna check for you. No, there's a Mac version. There's a PC, Mac, and Android.
Android.
Yeah! You can do it on your phone
Delicious.
too. There's 3 in succession. If you scroll all the way down, it'll say download, and then it'll say download PC, download Mac, download Android. Keep scrolling down. Okay. You're like, Android? Yeah, you can play on your phone! With a little sigh, you reclosed your window. Deciding there was nothing more you could do, you hopped off your bed and got ready to head downstairs for the day. Oh, I'm on my stream and not on the game. Okay.
Make my bed.
Make my bed. Make my bed. It was a habit of yours. You straightened up your sheets, smoothed over your comforter, and fluffed your pillows before stepping back and admiring your work. You took the stairs, slowly attempting to mask your face into a look of innocence. You were sure that someone would have come to your room if they had heard anything strange, but you couldn't be too careful. You had to play it cool. When you stepped into the living room, Elizabeth was there, tapping her finger on the counter. Good morning, Elizabeth. She looked over you immediately, her eyes squinting at the grating.
Why?
Why are you being so weird? You hadn't even done anything! Your big sister never missed a beat, unfortunately. You hadn't even done anything! You turned and offered a tight smile, her lips pierced together, pursed?
Yeah, purse.
Pursed together even tighter. Ethan? Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Shrug it off.
Hmm.
We're cool.
You don't want to tell your sister about your escapades with your favorite boy.
Okay.
I was joking!
Uh,
I mean, we can if you want.
I excitedly tell her.
Blurt it out.
Blurt it out.
Hope was
Blurt
in my
it
room
out.
last night for the whole night. You were still secretly buzzing from the event and just had to tell it to somebody. She's like, what the fuck? Your sister's mouth fell open as if on command from that admission. Don't tell moms. After it really seemed to have sunk in, she buckled forward with laughter. Elizabeth even put a hand out onto the kitchen island to keep a little more stable. I cannot believe you! You let the neighbor boy sneak into our house and then stay over? Wow, that's just... Wow, does Dad even know? No, it's a secret. A secret, hmm? I don't think we're supposed to keep secrets from our parents. That's bad, isn't it?
When have you cared?
Yeah,
you
literally.
cared?
She leered forward mockingly. Come on, please, Elizabeth. Well... Your older sibling was having a good time putting the heat on like this. You were at her mercy.
You're welcome.
You're lucky at least one person in this house isn't a tattletale. You better plan on keeping my secrets starting today, or else.
Okay.
And mercy was granted, only for now. Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Right, yeah, sure. I don't know what you see in him, bro, but enjoy.
Thank God for that. I can't fight my sister
I
over
love
this
her.
boy.
Wait, what did you say?
I said thank God, because I can't fight my sister over this boy.
Literally. Would you let her have him if it was up to her?
Absolutely the fuck not! She'll get over it!
Yeah. Absolutely the fuck not. Oh my god, that's funny. Sorry. But enjoy. Sorry, I'm remembering again. Oh goodness, okay. With a wave, she walked straight out of the front door, letting it shut behind her, and you let out a brief sigh of relief. Looks like you were getting away with that. Breakfast was eaten in peace, alone. Your moms were both out by the time you had gotten up. They had left you a serving of food from breakfast they made. hash browns, an omelet, fruit salad, and there were a few sausage links.
It's a feast.
A feast! A little bit of everything in my life. A little bit. We can be vegetarian if you want.
I know, I see that.
Yeah.
It's tempting, but I think Ethan would take a little bit of everything.
You're right.
This boy hungry.
You're right. This boy hungry. I feel like he would turn into like later in life. I feel like he would turn into a Steven Universe type bit where he's now vegetarian because animals.
Sim,
Yeah.
can't believe this.
What?
Ethan's the fucking, he's the best. Best boy.
Best boy. I can't believe that Ethan is a Steven Universe Kenny.
Literally.
I mean,
Alright,
I mean,
you're trying to avoid me.
space, vegetarian, well, eventual vegetarian.
I pass on the meat.
Okay.
Pass on the meat.
Your parents still made the most of the food choices in the house, but they've worked on accommodating you since you started talking about becoming vegetarian. You added some extra things not from the breakfast to your meal too, but the parts you did have were tasty. The day lazily drifted by at home, and eventually your parents returned. Yeah, I just want to know, like, the what would have happened if we snuck Cove downstairs and Elizabeth was just standing there.
Oh.
That'd be funny.
What happens? Do you know?
I don't think I did that. I don't remember.
Alright, save
Oh, okay.
here. And then go back a lot.
Yeah, I can actually, what I can do is I can go to the autosave. I believe it's this one? Let me see.
No, it has to be 2009, right?
What do we see? Yeah, it's gonna be alright.
It's gonna be alright.
Okay. God. Oh wait, we might have to go back a little bit more.
No.
No, because he's about to leave out the window.
Yeah. There's a choice right here.
Oh, no.
Peeking out the door.
Oh, I thought there was another option before that. I don't know.
I didn't see one.
Whatever. Going out the window might not be the best idea. Though, the thought of him getting hurt was even worse than getting caught. You don't have to go out that way. I can cover it for you if you use the door. You weren't sure if he heard you or not, but he kept going along with... Oh, okay. Well, bitch,
Okay.
come back
Alright,
here.
just let the save then.
I'm like, bitch, come back here. Get back here! What number were we on?
Wasn't it
20?
20?
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
before there. Whoops, I hacked up. Okay.
No!
Shit. I hacked up.
Alright, let's play more.
Well, alright, go back.
Alright. Wish of luck.
Wish of luck. And here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna...
Press skip.
Yeah. Made your bed.
Why?
Blurred it out.
Yeah, sure.
Avoid meat.
Avoid meat. Okay, go back a little bit.
There we go. We're here.
Okay.
Now save.
Go back. That's on me. Because
I thought that, but you didn't
when it
hear me in
disappears, it's we're both at fault. It's okay. Because when I press the thing again, I right clicked and I didn't see the save because it's the same layout.
Yeah.
I think load. Yeah, load's a different color, so I'll remember that for next time just in case. I fuck up again. The day lazily drifted by at home, and eventually your parents returned. You pulled open the fridge again, lingering in the frosty air for a moment or two before grabbing a bottle of ice-cold water and taking a long drink. It was a perfect balmy summer afternoon, and you had decided to head outdoors to find something to do. You hadn't decided on what something was just yet, but you were sure something would pop up to occupy your time. As you were heading out the front door, you paused for a moment. You hadn't seen Cove since he had left this morning, and you couldn't help but think about what had happened to him. Would it be bad to go over his house right now, or call him to check in? You stepped out of your house, still stuck in an internal debate with yourself, when a voice caught your attention.
Hi.
Ooh. Hi, Ethan! Confused, you looked over to where an unrecognizable woman was waving at you, a friendly smile plastered on her face. You racked your memory for where you might have seen her before, but nothing came to mind. Not your school, or from the country club your moms took you to. You had absolutely no idea who this woman was. This woman crossed the road towards you, and you were a little unsure of whether you should stay put or go back into the house and lock the door.
Literally.
Pretty lady!
I know her.
Pretty lady!
I know her.
Neat. Oops, I'm sorry. Was that a presumptuous? I heard a lot about you, but you have no idea who I am, do you? You shook your head, and she removed her sunglasses to reveal sparkly ocean blue eyes. All of a sudden, she seemed a little more familiar. My son lives here, and my ex too. With a bent smile, she lifted a hand to point at the condo across the street from your own house. She was Cove's mom! You didn't know why you hadn't realized sooner, but now that you've gotten a good look at her.
She seemed nice.
Seemed nice. Like, I was like, she seemed really young. Yeah, she's like in her 30s, like early 30s,
Yeah.
maybe late 20s. I can't remember. I think it's because if Cliff was 27, yeah, it's like early 30s. She seemed nice. Her attitude was friendly, and it seemed like she was genuinely happy to meet you. No matter your thoughts on her, you still felt taken aback that she had appeared here so suddenly. Clove mentioned she was coming, but you hadn't got the impression it would be the very next day. She extended a hand again, this time for you to take, and you studied the manicured fingers in front of your face and the assortment of bracelets that dangled around her wrist. I'm Kyra Priest. You can call me Kyra.
Shake our hand.
Look at her little bracelet.
We have bracelets too.
It's so cute. I don't think I noticed her bracelets. Either I did and I just completely forgot about it. Shake her hand. You reached out and took her hand, and she shook yours firmly, grinning wide. I'm Ethan, but you already knew that.
That I do.
Clove mentioned you to me before. It's nice to officially meet you, Ethan. Clove talked to you about his mom. He hadn't mentioned how he said things about you to her.
What has Cove said about me?
You want to pick that one?
I want to, but I'm not going to.
I mean, we could see and then go back.
Alright, see what she says.
Oh, I can't tell you that. I've already said too much. Okay, well.
Alright, that's fine. Keep going.
No.
No, let's keep picking.
We keep going. She laughed good-naturedly. You couldn't be happy about that answer, though. The sound of a door opening and closing caught both of your attentions, and when you turned towards the sound, it was to find Cove exiting his house, his eyes skimming the ground. Considering how tall he had grown, you had figured his mom also would have been tall, but she was much more on the short side for an adult anyway. Cove's height must have come from his father.
My baby.
I love when she said that line.
My
Baby! Like, it's so good. There you are! I thought you were gonna keep me standing out here I thought you were gonna keep me standing out here all day. You tried to catch Cove's eye as he walked towards you, but his gaze was firmly fixed on the sidewalk. When he finally crossed the road and looked up, he gave you a pitiful look. After the way he had acted last night, you knew he must be feeling pretty mixed up about all of this. You tried to wordlessly express that you understood. Oh no, Mom! No, he loves his mom! It's complicated.
His mom and dad got a divorce, and now they're
Yeah.
seeing each other for the first time
Yeah.
since.
Yeah, this is the first...
Yeah,
Because
literally.
his dad got custody, and he visits his mom, like, once a year, but this is, like, the first time since they got divorced that they're physically, like, near each other. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a mess.
It's a mess. Like, she's staying at his house for summer, for her visit, rather than him going to her house, or her apartment, whatever. Clove and I are heading into town to grab something to eat while the snore is at work.
Don't bad talk his dad right in front of him.
Literally.
Divorce 101.
God. Kyra beamed at Cove and ruffled his hair, which only seemed to upset him more. You assumed the snore she was talking about was Mr. Holden. But honestly, with the way that he acts around her right now, you would think that, like, maybe he got mommy issues. But, like,
Yeah,
all he
literally.
wanted was to see his mom when he was, like, after they got divorced. Hey, you should come with us, Ethan. I'd love to get to know you better.
Yeah, you should come.
There's a pleading in his tone that you couldn't...
Please come.
Please,
just
please
come.
come.
Please, just come.
Please, I do not want to be with my mom alone. Of course we want to buy your parents first, responsibility and all that.
Any whoosies.
I love this so
I love her.
I love this still of her. Please show up. It'll give me an excuse to meet them, which I need to do at some point. It's important to be neighborly if I'm going to be roosting on the street for the time being. Any whoosies, let's go. Kyra walked ahead towards your house, but you hung back with Cove, who crinkled his nose as he watched her. I love Kyra so much. She's my
I
third
love
mom.
his- I want you to know that I love Cove's pink bracelet where the cast used to be.
Oh, that's so good.
That's really cute.
It's so, and that's a random one too. Like that's something that's also random.
That's good.
Very good.
Love that, Brandon.
Kyra walked ahead towards your house, and you hung back with Cove, who crinkled his nose as he watched her.
Sorry.
Sorry about her, but I really do want you to come. I don't want it to be just the two of us. Not right now.
I'm sorry, baby. You leaned in closer and whispered, while checking around for anyone who might hear. What happened? Did your dad know you were gone? Clove shook his head and sighed heavily.
Travis doesn't pay attention.
Wait, what happened?
I was being mean to Cove's dad.
Literally.
I was so focused on mom showing up that he didn't even notice.
Crazy.
I thought when I heard them on the phone last night that it was something they were planning for the future. This morning, Dad said it was supposed to be a surprise, and I guess I was surprised. She's gonna be here all summer. Oh shit.
Crazy. Oh. You were surprised to hear that too. Cove sighed and again, even heavier. I'll go with you if you really want me to. He smiled, his shoulders relaxing a little in relief.
Thanks. That'd be cool.
The two of you headed over to where Cove's mom had just knocked on your front door and stood behind her. Wait, pause. Go back just a second. So that's Cove's house! So this is Cove's house! Or one of these is Cove's house. So we
Yeah.
don't see our house. Interesting. I just realized, like, I was like, red? Because that was the mystery that I had never found out.
Yeah.
If that was Cove's
Yeah.
house or if that was our house.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes more sense that it's his house because you're facing towards his direction, but still. The two of you headed over to where Cove's knocking. Mom answered the door after a minute, her eyebrows lifting in surprise at the group she found standing in front of her. You realized that she would have no idea that it was Cove's mom who was hanging out with you. However, after blinking at the woman a couple times, looking between her and Cove, the realization seemed to strike her. Hello there, I'm Pamela.
I see.
I see you've met my kid Ethan. And I'm guessing you've already known Cove for a while. Kyra laughed, and you and Cove exchanged looks at your parents' weird sense of humor. I'm Kyra Reese, Cove's mom. It's so nice to meet you. What the hell is going on? Sorry, my phone screen lit up. I was like, what is going on? What's up? A head of purple-brown hair caught your eye as Mom popped up behind Mom, squeezing herself in beside her. We have company! I was wondering what all the commotion was. She grinned excitedly at Kyra. The two of them introduced themselves and shook hands.
Hello.
Hi, Ethan. Cove. Sorry, it just took me a second to realize the what's it called? How to read that? Cove! No, just kidding. Cove smiled at Marshall. And she gestured a hand toward the living room. There's no use in hanging around in the doorway. Why don't you come in? I'd love to, but I promised to take my son out to eat, and I wouldn't want to hold you up with a surprise visit. Oh, I understand. You're welcome to stop by any time.
Of course.
I'll have to take you up on that offer when I can. Count on it. Would you mind too much if Ethan went with Cove and I? My treat. We won't be driving, just a quick walk around down the road. Sure, that sounds nice.
Have fun.
I hope you all have fun. You gave your moms a look, and they smiled at you fondly. You were annoyed. Jesus.
I was happy.
You could tell the Cove really needed the support, and you were ready to be there for him.
Marvelous.
Expect this back in an hour or two. We look forward to seeing you again. Take care. Your parents waved goodbye to the three of you as you backed up onto the street. There was a sound at the front door closing behind you. I'm pretty positive I saw some restaurants when I was here, when I was in the taxi not too far from here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them around.
He sounds so depressed.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to be here. Also, can I just point out, just real quick, also, I remember that I can just press in on the scroll wheel. Her hair starts to get, like, bluish as it goes down.
Oh, cute.
Thank you. It's naturally like that. Like, her hair naturally is just that. Which I just think is cute. Also, it's canon that she's, like, white, and, like, she's far too tan for that. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Some white people tan. I don't know.
I know, but, like, they do not. I just remembered, because I'm like, she has to be mixed with something. There's no way.
That's definitely not a natural tan.
Literally. I'm like, she had like what? Yeah, like I was just like, I don't know. It just reminded me. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. Anyway, I mean, Cove looks white when he's like a little kid, but his skin tone gets darker as he grows up. So I'm like, he makes sense because his dad is darker skinned, but like, there's no way. There's no like you said, it doesn't look like a natural tan.
No, she definitely goes to a tanning salon or something.
Just thinking about, because they have similar tones.
Yeah.
So unless like she's out as much as Cove is, it's crazy. Anyway, that was completely irrelevant. I just happened to remember. Thank you for your time. The answer was straightforward and the tone was curt. Cove was usually more lighthearted than that. Kyra put her hands on her hips and smiled at herself.
Well,
You sound like the area expert. Do you have any recommendations for a place nearby?
Not really.
Stop being mean to your mom. Look at her! She pouted.
Literally.
Kyra pouted at him a little and turned to you instead. How about you, Ethan? Want to point me in the right direction? We're just gonna be mean there? Gosh.
Sure, I have a couple of favorites.
Ooh. You've been in a lot of places in town, and there were a couple that stood out from all the rest. There's a Chinese restaurant that me and my family go to all the time. It's my mom's favorite. There's also a tropical island themed place that tries to be sort of fancy. Both sound like a treat. I'll leave it to you to pick for us, since Cove is going through a phase over here. Over there. He huffed at her and turned his face away.
Let her pick.
Oh, okay. I've already tried both, so you should be the one who chooses. You're so polite. Alright, let's head up the fancy tropical place. I'm intrigued. Will you show us the way? He nodded, taking the lead of your little group as Cove and his mom followed behind you. Together, the three of you left the neighborhood behind. The walk was about 15 minutes, and along the way,
This
Kyra...
is the walk that took us to the edge of town. It took us 8 years as children.
I know, right?
This is the still from that moment.
See,
where
we
we're at
got-
the edge
we
of town.
Well, this wasn't the edge of town, the Sunset Bird one was.
Oh, well, this was the one where we reached the stores.
Yeah.
So I think it's really funny that there's two options. One, they just reused the still, and just because it's all they had. Two,
Yeah.
it really is a 15-minute walk, and we're just dramatic as fuck.
I
as
mean,
children.
we were 8 years old, we had tiny
I know.
legs.
It's so funny to me.
We didn't know any better. 15 minutes feels like 50 years to a child.
Literally.
The walk was about 15 minutes, and along the way, Kyra asked a lot of questions about the area. But was quiet for most of the time, so you ended up answering her instead. Kyra explained that she lived in a large city, and that she loved how peaceful and relaxing everything seemed at Sunset Bird. Oh, I know this restaurant. I went to the other one.
Oh.
'Cause I was like, family. I was like, my family goes here. You'll like it. I was gonna say something, but it's like half a spoiler?
Don't say it.
Okay. The restaurant was busy as usual, but luckily you were shown right to a small table. Kyra lowered herself into the chair, and while Cove picked the one diagonal to her, not facing her or to the side. It was awkward. Ahem. Let's see. To start, what would you like to drink?
I'll get an orange soda.
No.
That's my boy.
Ethan?
Coffee as a fucking 12-year-old.
We are
Or
13.
Right.
13! Practically a teen!
Let's get soda. I want
Soda.
too.
Soda! Which
Which
flavor? Orange.
I want grape actually. Well, match,
Really?
but not all the way matchy.
Really?
I love grape soda too.
We've hit a
Why?
bit of contention. I do not like grape soda.
Oh, that sucks to suck. Pick the grape.
Damn. Ooh, do a poll. I can't. Why am I laughing like that?
Suck. Pick the grape.
I can't do a poll. I don't have an affiliate, unfortunately. But yeah. Great.
This run, because Sim's played it before and I haven't, Sim's letting me pick most of the things, even if it's when I don't want to pick.
Yeah.
You say pick one, and I'm like, ah!
And I'm like, we've hit a bit of contention because I do not like grape. You're like, well, it's too fucking bad. Click. Like,
I love grape soda.
well, of course you would.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're also the same person that will just sit there and eat a bunch of jalapenos.
And pineapple on my pizza. Thank you, thank you.
Crazy, insane.
I'm fucking broken, baby.
It's
My
the-
taste
it's
buds don't work.
Mental illness in it. Sorry.
Anyways.
Anyways, sure. Can I replace the order? Oh, I'm sorry, this scared me. The music turned off. Second. Kyra places the order for your drinks, getting a black hot coffee for herself. In the summer? Anyway, for herself, it didn't take long before you were brought to the table. They were brought to the table and set in front of you. Sorry, my mom is singing very loudly. You took a long sip of your drink as you looked around at the restaurant. Your small group checked over the menus, deciding what to order. The last time you came here, the dish you ordered was amazing. You wanted to order something different this time. Kyra and Cove didn't need any encouragement for this. They were totally focused on the information in front of them. Soon the meals too were ordered and the menus taken away. You glanced at the table surface, waiting to figure out what to say. Cove sunk back further into his seat and avoided eye contact. He started to twiddle his thumbs while acting like all of this was perfectly normal. Also, just quick side note, it's kind of funny because usually in situations like this you feel kind of awkward because like, you know, it's like kind of a lot of like, I guess, tension, but the way that Kyra acts makes it seem like so not awkward because she knows what's up. Like, that's her son. She knows like why he's being awkward and stuff, and she just not let that shit phase her, and I love that for her.
Good for her.
Good for her. She's like, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut the tension with a knife. I don't do that. I don't do awkward. Like, good for her.
Yay.
His sour feelings were unignorable. Instead of asking more open questions he brushed off, Kyra had mercy on her son and instead put a focus towards you.
So,
So how long have you been dating my son?
Literally! So, Ethan, what are a few things that you're into? There's gotta be something you do just for fun, especially now that you're not buried in school assignments. I want you to know that I did say I'm really into Cove.
Did you really?
Yes.
What'd she say?
Cove choked on his fucking drink.
Oh, that's really cute.
It was really funny. He was like,
Art.
right! It's funny.
Art.
Kyra thought
art,
it was
art,
funny
art.
too. Oh, fun. Spend time on art. Okay. I love how she doesn't try to confront him about it. Like, she doesn't fit him in. Yeah, because, like, honestly, if it was my son, I wouldn't want to pressure him, like, either. I mean, we find out a little bit later on, like, why it's not as awkward for her, but, even then, given the circumstances that we know now, she's trying her best. She knows it's probably awkward, so she's not trying to, like, you know, ignite the flame anymore. What we like to do. Digitally, drawing, painting, galleries. Drawing. I filled out a lot of sketchbooks. Pick more than one.
Painting.
Painting. I enjoy painting from time to time too, but I can't say I'm any good at it.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
And let me go back to the main thing.
Really into Cove.
Really into Cove! Kyra let out a sudden laugh and Cove gasped beside you. It was dramatic enough to inhale that he almost choked on the soda. You shrugged at the reaction. It was truthful. It was a truthful answer to the question. Ethan! Oh, sorry, that's you.
Me. Ethan!
Cove whispered at you just disapprovingly, obscuring a part of his face with a hand, but Kyra only waved him off and encouraged you to go on. We spend time together when we can. I like it. Well, we have something in common. Kyra smiled at Cove, who didn't look too impressed by either of you at that moment.
Let's do music.
Yo, deck. Do we play anything, or do we listen to it?
Listen to a lot of it.
Listen to it. I can't believe that you didn't pick a piano. Crazy.
I'm not Sim.
Yeah, but Ethan has a piano.
You're right. It's fine.
It's fine. I have an MP3 player at home and that my mom helped me put some music on. What year is this? No, I'm just kidding. I've seen some concerts. Awesome.
Alright, I play the piano.
Piano! Oh, wrong button. Okay. We don't have one at home, so I only get to practice when I go to lessons, though. What the fuck? Anyway.
Okay, and?
And...
What if you pick them all?
I mean, you could. What if you pick them all? You can. You can, though.
Games are fun.
Games are fun.
This is the last one I'm gonna pick.
Okay. Board games, video games.
Video
card
games.
Video games! I don't know much about them. Maybe you could show me sometime.
And?
And? You didn't say
You
anything.
didn't say anything else.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm happy to learn more about you. There's so much I hadn't heard. Cove leave the details out. He was trying not to pay attention, but you could tell he was uncomfortable. Hoping it would clear some of the tension in the air, you decided to ask Kyra a few questions of your own. Cove hadn't told you much about her, and you were curious to know more about this woman who had such a big part of his life. What exactly do you do for work? I'm a travel writer for magazines and things. I keep people in the loop for what's worth seeing. It's good work. Wow.
Jesus.
I will
What
tell.
do you like to do?
I will tell you, I did not click that answer. I didn't even do a joke click. I was like, why the fuck?
There's two I wouldn't fucking ask.
Maybe I did do a joke click, but I don't remember what it was. Obviously, you don't get a fucking answer. What do you like to do?
Yeah.
Spend time with my little boy, of course, and traveling. A real shock, huh?
Where do you live normally?
Nevada. Have you ever been there?
Yes.
You shook your head.
Oh,
Wow.
okay, sorry.
Okay, sorry. We've only been in Sunset Bird, Dan. What are you talking
I've
about?
been to Nevada.
Sunset Bird, California. Listen. Anyway.
I've been to Nevada and Arizona.
Wow. I've been to Florida. And,
So have I.
and to Pennsylvania, and to Maryland,
Oh,
Delaware,
there.
and Virginia.
Not there. Not there. I've been to Virginia though.
I've been to DC.
No, I haven't.
And New
I've been to
York.
Georgia.
I've
I've
been
been to New York.
I've been to everywhere that is close to New Jersey.
Yeah. Well,
That's all.
dox yourself much?
Wait, what did you say?
Dox yourself much?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't believe that I doxed myself in a state that has over, like, tens of thousands of people. Wow. It's on my Twitter bio, it's fine.
I know. It's a joke.
Oh, I see. It's a beautiful place to I'm assuming
No
we're not
question.
asking another
No more
question.
questions.
It didn't seem to bother her that the conversation dropped off. Cove sipped his soda angrily, slurping the remaining drink with furrowed brows. He looked ready to run straight out of the rat. Boy, what is your problem?
I didn't ask the question I could have asked.
Wait, what happened?
Why are you angry? I didn't ask the question.
Literally, he's why? I can understand you being uncomfortable, but angry?
Can I just like kick him under the table?
Kick him under the table. You weren't sure if coming along had ended up making the lunch better or worse. I think I flicked a straw wrapper at him, to be honest with you. I thought it was funny, and I would do it.
It is funny. I smile at him.
You smile at him.
Yeah.
Love eventually noticed you watching him. It took a couple of moments, but finally he cracked a smile, and that made you feel a little lighter inside. I think when I tossed it at him, at his face, he like grabbed it and he was like, "Really?" Like, and then he laughed about it. It was cute. I love him.
Very cute.
You two seem really cute together. Cove covered his face with his hands and leaned back in his seat.
Seriously?
Ah, Mom, why would you say that?
You're embarrassing me in front of Ethan!
Blush, 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 blush.
Blush, you don't want to say thanks, we are cute?
No.
Okay. Make him blush even more. Are the two of you really cute together? Your meals were delivered shortly after that, and everything was so delicious, even Cope enjoyed his food. Love his silly
The
voice
voice
cracks
actors
to-
did do
They
great. You're
did
so right.
amazingly. Amazingly. Anyway. The Cove's voice actor for step 3, I was in like a group chat. We found out that he like takes requests. Like if you, you can give him like some money for like 30 seconds of audio, and so like a bunch of them were like getting him to voice different lines in the game, in Cove's voice. It was really fun.
Oh, good.
It's very good. And we also did blah, blah, blah. And everything was so delicious. Even Cove enjoyed his food.
Okay.
All right, now that we're all full and content, can you please explain why you've had a bug up your butt all day?
Literally.
So can you explain to me, your mother, why you had a stick up your ass all day? Thank you. Cove's face scrunched at that. Seriously, baby, what did Mom do to make you this mad? I haven't even been around a full day yet. He gripped the edge of the table, refusing to make eye contact. The words he spoke were barely audible over the din of the restaurant.
You could have told me.
She leaned forward, not to miss anything else, eyebrows raised. Told you what? He finally seemed to find his voice and spoke the thoughts that had been on his mind.
That I wasn't gonna visit you this year. That you were gonna be coming instead.
Didn't you invite me? You wanted me here with you? Cove's eyes began to shake, and his frustration ebbed.
I do want you to be around, but I didn't know it would be like this. It's not the same, and nobody said anything.
I see.
Her expression grew tense. She threaded her fingers together and placed her hands in front of her on the table. We've both been gifted another Clifford surprise. Referring to that as a Clifford surprise almost caused both you and Cove to crack a smile. You also had no idea his name wasn't just Cliff. Over 5 years, nobody ever called him Clifford until now. She smoothed her hair out, not letting her go her stern look. The more things change, the more they say the same. Oh, wait, was
The more
that
they
me
say the
first or her? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, just making sure. They let out identical sighs, but smiled weakly at one another afterwards.
I'm sorry.
I can go home, Cove. We can still set up a normal trip to my place before the summer ends. Cove's lips tightly closed together. He seriously pondered that option.
I mean,
I think I do want you to stay. I miss it when you're not there.
My heart! She reaches across the gap, grabbed his face, and finds a kiss on his cheek. Clove tried to wriggle away.
Wow, stop.
I'm sorry! Sweet young men need to be smooched by their parents. If I don't, they'll take away my mom license. I love her so much. Third mom. I was like, shit, I don't even... Adopt me! Adopt me! Kyra was completely enthused by Cove's admission, though a tone of seriousness did return to her voice when the conversation continued. You want to talk to your dad too?
No!
Oh,
shit!
damn.
No! Wait, let's say that shit again. That was very
No.
strong. He said, no, bitch! Absolutely not! Cove had snapped the word instantly, but reeled his annoyance back in just as quickly.
Maybe later. Not today.
It's alright.
I'm sorry, I'm still reeling about that no.
No!
That shit, I forgot he said it like that. It hit me. It just shot me right in the face. Anyway, I understand. We can shelve it.
Thanks, Mom.
Thank you for talking to me, little mister. She grinned affectionately at him before turning away. Thank you, Ethan. Huh? What did I do? I'm just sitting here. It's easy to act like a baby with your mom. It's harder to keep that up with your neighbor watching everything. Especially when you really care about what said neighbor thinks of you. She winks.
Mom!
She just ruffled his hair with a laugh, then moved her hand down to tap the end of his nose. And that was how the issue was resolved, at least between Cove and his mom. When the three of you left the restaurant and Kyra had paid the bill, you walked back toward your neighborhood slowly. You'd eaten so much by that time, you were beginning to feel sleepy. It didn't help that lunch had happened late and the sun was already beginning to descend from the sky. Oh, look at him.
Oh.
That's what he looks like now.
Did he dye his hair?
No, that's still his hair. It's just
Oh.
down.
Okay.
But eventually you reached your street. Someone was there to greet your group upon arrival. Honestly, at first I didn't care too much for his hair being down, but I got used to it.
Yeah.
Welcome back, family, and Ethan too.
Huh.
Cliff. With their little fucking sunglasses.
Dad. I forgot I was him.
The two walked past him into the condo without sparing another word. Despite the summer heat, their shoulders were cold.
Hey.
Like mother, like fucking son. It's so funny. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. He rubbed the back of his neck with a crooked smile, but his eyes were soft as he looked on after them. He's so much like his mom, don't you think? You gave a vague nod, not sure what he was expecting you to do. He nodded back, far more energetically. Okay, have a nice night, Ethan. You too, Mr. Holden. With that, Cove's dad disappeared to join the others inside. It was your turn to go home now. Summer hadn't started off at all how you imagined it would have, though it turned to set the tone well. I do love his hair. It's very nice. I love his hair. Cove's dad has got it going. Cove's mom is Cove's parents have got it going. Honestly, no offense, Cove, but you got both of your parents are hot. You are also, but listen. All I'm saying is they gave you good genes, and they had good genes themselves. I rest my case. Anyway, having Kyra in the neighborhood was a new experience for not only you and Cove, but also both of your families, and a dull moment was rarely had. Alright, what are we doing?
I was thinking about saying we should stop. Cause it's been 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
and I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Okay. Do you want to stop, or do you want to stop, break, and then come back?
I don't even... Let me check.
Okay.
I think stop, but we're playing again tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh, these are cute.
I liked Road Trip. That was a good one. Escapade was nice. I can't remember what happens during it. I just remember I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose birthday?
A character that we haven't met yet.
Oh, it's the one I'm not gonna like.
No. The one
Okay.
that you're not gonna like. Oh, Baxter.
Yeah.
Oh, Baxter's not until step 3.
Okay, cool.
I feel like you're not gonna hate him, but it's
I'll
it's
beat him up.
mixed. You'll beat him up.
Yes.
All right. So we end stream.
Yeah. Is it okay with you?
Okay.
Yeah.
We end stream. Thank you for coming to stream. Oh, we're almost at 9 o'clock anyway. Usually we do like. How do we even do 5 hours? I feel like when we did, or not 5 hours, like 4 hours, it was almost 9 o'clock and then, but whatever.
Oh yeah, because we started at like 4 my time.
Okay.
We started really, really early.
I see. Okay. So, thank you for coming to stream. We will be back tomorrow, hopefully same time, like 6 o'clock.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay. Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.